That's too close to leg stump and too full. Turned away nicely for 4. It's 5 without loss. Beautifully timed. Again, full and a leg stump, but one of the harder shots to play. Beautiful shot from Hughes. And the end of the over. 14 without loss.
Lovely off drive, not dissimilar to the one that Simon Kadich just played. Well, this really is a promising start from Australia.
Full and straight. Not going to find a test player miss out too often on those. Good old half volley.
Thrashed by Hughes. He's very quick onto anything loose and anything that is wide. Really, this is a guy you got to bowl straight to, so much so that you could bowl with a short leg and a leg gully and bowl at him much more than the South Africans are doing at present. With this sort of old, if you like, conservative field of 3 slips a gully and 2 men saving 1 in the covers, it's a 6, actually it's a 7-2 field because there's the 3rd man down as well. You now have to cement it with convincing strokes like that. Outfield's just a little quicker than at the Wanderers as well. But a good first session here for Australia sets them up. Merely confirms what they achieved in Johannesburg.
It sets up the series as well. You know, they get 450, 500. Yeah, they've got to believe then that they can't lose the test match. South Africa playing from behind have to make all the running, and that could lead to mistakes. Poor cricket on their part. So if you walk away the draw here, at least you can't lose the series come Cape Town. This first innings is so much, plenty to play for.
Oh, look at that, Darryl, look at that. We call him nuggety and gritty and effective, but he's got a bit of flair about him too.
I think for South Africa's sake, it's time to call for that tactic you spoke of earlier, Mark. It's got to be worth banging it in at him, getting a leg side trap in place.
And 4 more. No ball called, and this is a real problem for the South Africans. He's now got 7 fielders on the offside, and Hughes keeps finding the massive gaps on the leg side. Incredible over for Australia.
Through, and it'll go for 4. Once again, a boundary ball and an over, and it's a short and wide one again. And Tini gets picked off comfortably by Hughes. He goes to 48. It's 75 for none. That'll be 50 for Hughes. His width off it, he slashed it past point. And a second half century for young Phillip Hughes.
It's 2 50s in consecutive innings. He started off with a duck, but in the last 2 innings has been trouble to South Africa. This one much better than the 75, and he'll look to try and convert this. He's got a good start. He's scored hundreds in Sheffield Shield cricket. He'll want to get one in a test match.
Another boundary. Not afraid to go the aerial route as well. Again, the width was offered, and Hughes flashes it away. The runs, they are flowing for Australia.
Very well played. That really is a nice late adjustment. If Hughes looked uncomfortable in Johannesburg, that may partly have been because it was a difficult pitch, particularly to make your debut on against an aggressive fast bowling attack. But here he's looked a little bit more time to play his strokes, and that is wonderful. And then a bit of luck going the Australians' way too. It was ever thus. Lovely, another back cut. He's played one off the seamer, Morkel, and another one off Harris. He really uses his hands well, this boy. It's 112 for no wicket.
Hughes goes down the ground. He looked to go aerial, not quite getting it up, but nevertheless a boundary.
Yeah, I think he intended to hit that over Graham Smith's head at mid-on. And he's ended up, I think, slightly mishitting it. Yeah, it's near the toe end of the bat. And he's got a little bit of elevation, but it would have been caught had it gone straight to Smith. As it was, it went between Harris and Smith for 4. It's a big appeal, but I think he might have got a bat on it. It was a little swinger. It was very well bowled. He hasn't got a bat on it. Leg buys. It will be worth another look. It's the end of the over, though. 132 without loss. See if we can pick up anything from here. Well, he's got a big edge on it. If he hadn't got an edge on it, it looked like it was quite straight. So I'm a bit confused. Maybe he did get a nick on it. But having given runs, they're saying, well, clearly he didn't hit it, and we think it's hitting the wicket. But there, he's just slapped it down onto his pad. He's got to change the decision he's given, which was he's changing it. Batsman's getting a little worried that he's going to get given out.
In the air, safely away for 4. Quite happy to hit over the inner ring. Probably not as convincing as he wanted, but he won't mind. He cleared the man at short mid-wicket and was wide of mid-on. Up comes the 150 and the partnership as well. And Hughes into the 90s. Up in the air, over the top, all the way. Yes, it has. A bold blow in the 90s takes him to within 1 of the century mark.
He's scoring at a cracking rate, a strike rate of 75 in a test match. 75 per 100 balls, tremendous stuff. 1 away from what would be a maiden 100 in test match cricket. Smith will make some changes. Mid-wicket's going to come up and look to save a single. So the areas for Hughes are either to go over the top again or to work the ball to square leg or just behind point on the offside.
Here's Harris to Hughes, 99. Goes in the air, it's going out the ground. What a way! What a way to get to your first test 100. Phillip Hughes in just his second test, having got a duck on debut. Look at the reaction from Ricky Ponting. His elation is visible for all to see, and warm applause not only from the Australian dressing room but from all in at Kingsmead. It has been a super knock. Whipped away through mid-wicket for 4. Confidence oozing from every pore. Oh, what a stroke. More width. And thrashed through the covers for 4. Timing, placement, it was all there.
And more evidence here of a pitch that batsmen are going to love.
He's gone. There we go. Mackenzie took a blind in Joburg, and finally the first wicket falls.
He's played well, Phil Hughes, but it's a good wicket. This, it's short, it's wide, it's an area he likes. Goes for the cut, can't control it, too high for him. And Neil Mackenzie in gully dives to his left. And he pulls it off. What an innings, though. 2 innings in a row, he's contributed. 75 at the Wanderers. He's got 115 here. 180.